Hey VC, how's it spinning? This will probably be my final vinyl update for the year, and it wasn't intended to be this way, and this just the way circumstances are probably going to play out. And I've had a small stack of records purchased this year. I've had to change spending habits for some reasons that are obvious, some that aren't. But I've also been taking advantage of some different things and putting money in other areas, and especially right now, after being lucky enough to get a PS5, I can't not do any more records. And the reason why I held on to these was because I'd done some unexpected, a couple of pickups that I was not expecting to do, but I was also waiting on something, and I'm gonna show that first. And I thought about doing it in its own video, this one particular piece, and then decided against it. And I had to wait for it because there was a bunch of issues. Some of you may be aware of if you joined it or not. I don't know. I haven't really looked if any of these have showed up in collection videos or anything like that. But enough of the preamble nonsense. Let's just get started. So first up is not a vinyl piece, but it's related. This is the Metallica Vinyl Club membership card for 2020. I signed up for this first of the year. It was pre current year bullshit. I don't remember anymore. I'd have to look at the email for exactly when, but I had been waiting for this. They'd originally said when you first signed up that they were going to be I think it was spring of 2020, and obviously that didn't happen as it was intended. So they gave an update for August. I believe it was August 11th, if memory serves, when stuff was going to ship. That got delayed also, and so I didn't get it until maybe a week or two ago. So first week in November, I believe it was. But anyway, to the club's credit, to Metallica's credit, they kept up with emails and information. In my opinion, more so than they needed to. Credit to them, because they made sure that we were aware of what was going on, at least in a limited sense. And thank you to that whole group of people involved for seeing this through. I had no concerns about having at least this first order fulfilled. I don't know about the rest of the orders, because they were supposed to be, I believe, 3 or 4 throughout this year, and then of course everything got switched up. So I only know about the piece that's already shipped out. But as as far as that whole thing goes, they did a fantastic job of keeping people informed with email, and while I didn't expect that and just expected to have a random tracking number, show up, and that was going to be the end of it, they went above and beyond that, and so thank you for that. Because I can imagine with, money that was spent, and this band being who it is, people were anxious for these. But here's up. This is a 7-inch of a couple of live tracks. This is Donington 87, and the back of it, I don't know how well you can read that, but such as it is. This is edition number 1, and this is copy number 10,398. This has For Whom the Bell Tolls, backed with Leper Messiah. These are both from Donington, August 22nd, 1987. I wasn't even alive yet. Next up is it's another one of those interesting albums. I originally had it on CD years ago. I've had this album for a long time, and Black Sabbath's Past Lives is another example of that. Which was actually my first Black Sabbath album that I ever had. This was back, when CD clubs were still a thing. There was no YouTube, and I really wasn't using the internet at the time because I wasn't even in high school yet. So I was using the internet mostly just for school research and stuff like that. And wanted to get this particular album on vinyl and couldn't find it for a number of years. Finally, was seeing it online, but didn't want to pay the price for it. But I was able to find it in Walmart, of all places. And with this particular album, I'm not so much worried with sound quality and all that. I just wanted the album in this format. Because like I said, I've had the CD for years. I've had the concert DVD for about as long as I've had the CD, and it's AC/DC Live, the 2-disc, or this would be double LP in this case, from Donington 92, and this is probably my favorite AC/DC album, and I know that's kind of cheating in a way, but top to bottom, this is just amazing. I can't pick I can't pick a favorite AC/DC album. There's too many. I can't do it. I can't even pick between Brian or Bon. Just AC/DC. I like it. I haven't heard the new one all the way through. What I have heard of it, I really, really dig. I didn't want to pay $40 including shipping for the album on vinyl, so I am gonna wait and maybe that's not the best thing, but that's what I decided to do, because I didn't want to pay $35 for the album. That's just that's yeah, that's above the ceiling where I'm comfortable. But anyway, so moving on to some stuff that I've had for a while. This is actually something that I procured for my dad, because this was something he wanted, but I'm going to show it here because this is actually pretty incredible. This is Fleetwood Mac Before the Beginning, Volume 2. This is Live and Demo Sessions 1970. He's a big Fleetwood Mac fan, particularly, excuse me, Peter Green, and before, their poppier era. Not that he doesn't like that era as well, and I like it myself. It's just, this is what he preferred, and this is amazing. This is a, what is it? I believe this is a 3. Yes, it's a 3 album set, and Before the Beginning, Only You, Madison Blues, Can't Stop Lovin', The Green Manalishi, even though I prefer Judas Priest, sorry, Albatross, World in Harmony, Sandy Mary, Only You. That's 2 different live versions on the first record. And then another version of World in Harmony. Second disc, I Can't Hold Out, Oh Well Part 1, Rattlesnake Shake. Side 2 on record 2, Underway, and Coming Your Way. The third disc, Homework, My Baby's Sweet, My Baby's Gone, You Need Love. Side B on the third one is Talk With You, If It Ain't Me, and Mean Old World. So that's, again, it was something that I procured for my dad, and I found out about it and asked him if he wanted it, and that's what happened. Luckily, was able to get my hands on that. Now, here are some rather interesting couple of albums. They're not going to be a surprise for most of you, but this is a couple of albums by Death. This is Spiritual Healing. This is the reissue. This one's from 2014 on Relapse. And again, for the covers, music's great. I'm not a big death metal fan, but this is one band, not only do I like the music, but also for historical purposes within the genre, this is a band to pay attention to. And cover alone, with my background, I find this particularly hilarious. And so this is one from them that I'd been after for a number of years. you can find originals, but they're ridiculously expensive. You know, not surprising, because any death metal from 80s or 90s is very hard to find, at least in my experience, without paying a premium for original copies. You can find reissues here and there, and I had to break down on a couple of Cannibal Corpse, but you know, also got them on CDs, and that's mostly what I played. So I was in that format, you know, as wall art. There's the vinyl. It's a swirl, kind of a, you know, splattered effect, and I thought that was really cool also. And that was another reason to pick those up. And then here is the first album by Death that I was aware of. This was my introduction to them. This is Leprosy. Again, another, for me, iconic cover. And there's the back of it. And this is also from 2014 on Relapse. And switching genres, but staying in a subgenre of metal, this is Metallica, the early years, and I got this off of an online store. Earlier this year. I don't remember particulars. This is Laser Media. So, you know, bootleg kind of odd recording of radio broadcasts. Battery, Master of Puppets, Am I Evil, Overkill, Small Hours, Helpless, Fight Fire with Fire. So this is you know, 86, 87, I would guess. Early Jason, late Cliff. There wasn't a lot of information. I just happened across a listing for this and decided to add it because, while I don't really collect from this particular band much anymore, because I have all that I want for the most part, any oddity that I find with this band, and I find it in the right price range, I'll snap it up because of, you know, of who that is, and it's just, you know, incredible either way. Here's one of the more interesting, actually, of the entire group here. This is Testament live at Eindhoven, and this is a reprint, reissue, whatever, of this originally 87 concert. So this is Legacy, New Order era. And again, another one of those little bit more difficult to find. At least, you know, when I recently looked when I bought this, so I found it this year. I'm talking about listings for the original that were within reasonable price range, which was something that I hadn't been able to find in previous years. That album was a little bit more expensive, getting you know, original copies on Megaforce, and a lot of them were outside of the United States, which I typically don't buy from foreign listings because of shipping issues and a bunch of other stuff. And that's, you know, that's before this year. That was the policy that I had. I rarely do that, but I wanted to get this album, and when I found out about this reissue or re-release, whatever, I jumped at the chance because I'm a big thrash metal fan, as you know, and I'm big into Testament, and this was just fantastic. There's 1,000 of these on red, and track listing is Disciples of the Watch, The Haunting, The Apocalyptic City, First Strike is Deadly, Burnt Offerings, Solo by Alex Skolnick, Over the Wall, Do or Die, Curse of the Legions of Death, and Reign of Terror. This is Nuclear Blast from 2018. Well, there you go, VC. That's latest pickups and other stuff throughout the year. I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope everybody's safe and you've had the opportunity to enjoy your collections, so to speak. Thanks for watching, and keep the vinyl spinning.